everybody, it's Celeste. I'm here to do a reading for you guys today for tomorrow's full moon, and it's also Samhain, so I wanted to deal with that energy a little bit. It's going to be quite a night, I think, especially with everything going on in the world right now. So I chose to use my Bonfire Tarot cards tonight. Picked some witchy and moony decks for you guys. So what's going on in the collective watching this, Spirit? What's going on in the collective that's watching this? All right. We have the Star and the Five of Swords. And Judgment. Okay, this feels very similar to the last reading that I did. Which you can check back on that if you haven't watched it already. But what I'm seeing here is that there's something that you have been struggling with. It's something that you have been trying to call in, something you've been trying to create or draw into your life. And this has been a tremendous struggle for you. It's been like a big, big fight. And you're feeling all sorts of self-judgment about it. Oh, look, I found a bead. That's just like me. I do bead. I haven't talked about that on this channel before, but I do bead. Anyways, this card here is telling me that you're feeling a lot of judgment about it. Self-judgment. You're not feeling in a great space about this. Like I said, the last reading I did talked a lot about this energy. I'm going to pull some more clarifiers to get some more of this energy. Spirit, please clarify the Star so that we can get more information on what this is about. Please clarify the Star. Knight of Cups, that came up also in the last reading. Knight of Cups and the Knight of Coins. All right, this wish of yours had something to do, it was a passion project. Okay, if it was the only reason I'm going to read this way is this Two of Cups. This could be about a partnership that you were hoping, so maybe there was someone that you were hoping to work with. This could also be a relationship reading. We'll see if anything else comes out about that indicates relationships. If it does, I'll talk about that later. But right now we're just going to talk about it in terms of a project that maybe you were working on. Because we have the Knight of Coins here. And this is, you were hoping that whatever this was going to bring in some money for you. Okay? And you were really, really, really wishing for a partnership of some sort. Please clarify the Five of Swords, Spirit. The Five of Swords. What is this struggle about? Tell me a little more about this struggle. Okay, there's two. Four of Wands, King of Wands. Five of Coins. Okay, you just haven't been able to get, you just haven't been able to draw this energy into your life. The Four of Wands is a solid foundation, and the King of Wands, so this is an energy of feeling really, really, okay, if this were a relationship, this could be like someone who is feeling very, very, it's a go-getter, or in terms of a love relationship, it might be like a person who is, it might be a fire sign, first of all, a person who is very, very impassioned about you. So if it had anything to do with relationships, what this is saying is that you really wanted this. You've been in a struggle perhaps with somebody like this. Maybe there's somebody that's kind of been holding the reins of the thing that you want, and they're not giving it to you. maybe you haven't been able to create a solid foundation with this. If it is, if it's a project that is related to work, you haven't been able to really make any traction or headway on it. And this Five of Coins, it tells me that you're just feeling absolutely, it's like you're feeling left out, possibly, or you could be feeling like impoverished. It could even be, this could be like an impoverished in terms of not having the people around you that you want to have around you, but it's also Pentacles, and that speaks to basically not having the cash flow that you want to have. Tell me more about the Judgment. What's going on with the Judgment? King of Cups, Nine of Coins. All right, you feel like you should be able to do this. You feel like you've worked so hard at it, you're good at this thing, and you should be able to be drawing in the business that you want. If this is a relationship, you feel like I've been independent, I have taken care of my business, I'm not the kind of person who demands anybody else take care of me, I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Where the heck is this guy, right? You just feel like that he should be there in your life, and you haven't been able to find this person or create a relationship with them. So if it's a relationship, that's what it's about. And if it's about a job or a project that you've been working on, then this is more like, I have been so independent on this. Like, I've been working it so long, I've done everything right. The Nine of Coins that's the working woman card. She's busting her butt every day, doing everything right. She doesn't need anyone. That doesn't mean she doesn't want anyone, but she doesn't really need anybody to take care of her and do things for her. She understands that all things come with a natural struggle, and she's been feeling really kind of good about everything she's done. And so she's feeling really judgmental of herself because of that. So that's kind of a really heavy there's a heavy energy of judgment here on yourself for not being able to make something happen that you wanted to make happen. So let's dig a little more in, and I want to pull some cards to say, what is it that you can't see that Spirit wants you to know about this situation? This is like Spirit talking to you. This is Spirit telling you, this is what I see in your situation. And this is Spirit telling you what you can't see. So there's something behind this energy that you're not seeing. That was too many. It's just me being clumsy, but that one, yeah, okay. Okay, there's the Five of Wands again. Well, I guess we didn't have that before. We had the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Ten of Pentacles. Eight of Wands. Overwhelmed. King of Cups. Okay, so what Spirit is saying here that you're not seeing, okay? What you're not acknowledging in yourself or in the field around you, the energy that's directly surrounding you, is that perhaps you've been listening to too many different people. Have you been like really scattered and going out there looking for, I know some people tend to like go into like class overdrive, like they want to learn how to do something, so they take 1,000,000 classes on the thing and become really smart about it in their head. But then when it comes time to like put that energy forward into practice, they don't even know which way they're going. They don't even really know how to apply. So there's that's a possibility here with this energy. The other energy is that you have conflicting advice from too many different people, and you don't even know what you think as much. You're not listening to yourself. What I'm also seeing here is the Eight of Wands. This is the overwhelmed energy. Okay, you're juggling, but you are not feeling good about it. There's this tornado in the background. All these pieces are just kind of out of your control. And I'm feeling it even inside of me as I read this. There's this frantic energy that's kind of under the surface. And that's what's manifesting your inability to draw this in. What you're actually drawing in is what this is saying. So this is the energy behind it. You've got this King of Cups. That is, okay, so you don't even know how you feel at this point. If this is a love relationship, how can you attract the King of Cups, okay, if you're denying that he even exists? Okay? So that's my read if this is a relationship, okay? And then again, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is another card that typically comes up in, oh look, we have the Empress. That's how you want to be. That is what you're, and that's who you really are deep down inside. But you've got that energy's all tied up in this kind of frantic energy. The Empress is never, ever, ever frantic. She is empowered and she is centered. She knows what she wants and she trusts that this King of Cups is out there. She knows that she can have it all. So what I see here is overwhelm and a lack of belief that you can have it because you don't have it yet. So you're like, well, if I could have this, then it would have shown up already because I've already done all my work on myself. That could be a really difficult way to feel. I'm just looking to see if there's any other messages here. No, I don't think so. What is it that you need to watch out for? We're going to pull a card about some shadow energies. There's some shadow energy here already. I want to see if there's anything else that you need to watch out for, to look out for. Now, I'm not trying to scare you when I pull these cards. This is about knowing yourself. It's about knowing the landscape around you. It's like a little bit of practical risk management, okay? Like, it's like knowing what you don't know. You don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, I'm gonna pull them all and then I'm gonna read them. All right. Okay. Watch out for this negative thinking. Watch out for any negative patterns that you tend to have in your life. You have this ability right now to kind of pull all this energy in to you. All the power that you're giving away here, to pull all that, that's what I meant by that, is to pull all that power back within you. And the tendency is to blame. The tendency is to blame the situation or to say, oh, well, it's just not for me. You know, the King of Cups doesn't exist. So again, how can you have him? If you don't believe that he's out there, then how can you have it? And if you have worked so hard for this thing, this Nine of Coins, if you really believe that you're this woman who has worked so hard to become so independent, then how could you possibly believe that you're a failure? So this Devil is about watching out for that sort of negative thinking where you end up putting out the vibration of the thing that you don't want, and then you attract what you don't want. All right. Then we have Strength. All right. What is it that you need to watch out for? So okay. Manipulation. Watch out for your desire to manipulate or to misrepresent yourself, not just to other people, although certainly to other people, because sometimes when we're in this energy, we can be sort of, like I said, we can be sort of blaming others. But also there's this tendency to act quickly. And again, strength. So strength that's a strength, right? But in its shadow energy, strength would be like rigidness. It would be like, digging in your heels. That's that place where bravery and courage becomes dominance and control. So, and there is a lot of that control energy that's in this reading. So what do you need to watch out for? You need to watch out for that tendency to try to control things. And when I say manipulate, that's kind of what I mean by that. What is supporting you? What are the light energies supporting you at this full moon in this shadow season? Boy, this is a strong shadow reading. Okay. What's supporting you? You have a very strong sense of inner justice, okay? You know where your strengths are. You know when you're acting out of those strengths. You know when you're out of alignment. The Mother of Cups, inverted, is pointing inward. So this is about nurturing yourself. What is supporting you? This is a time for taking care of yourself. This is a time for nurturing your feelings, not for digging in your heels and just kind of blasting them everywhere or allowing them to become destructive. This is about nurturing the self and the feelings that you have about this situation. So if you're feeling like you don't have control of something, if you feel overwhelmed, sometimes the best thing to do is to pull back your energy a little bit. Doesn't mean stop doing everything. It just means to pull back to what is necessary and use your energy instead to take care of yourself. Practicing self-care. We talk a lot about self-care, and a lot of people don't even really know what self-care means to them. So maybe you do know what it means, but if you don't know what it means, this is a very good time for you to think about what sorts of things make you feel the way that you want to feel, the way that you truly want to feel. And the Mother of Wands. So this is like the Queen of Wands. And so you still have this passion for this thing. If it's a person, you still have your desire for them. But the other cards here are indicating that you have the strength to turn this passion to yourself. You have the strength and the ability to understand that another person can never be the answer to your prayers, okay? The other person should never be a goal. The Nine of Coins is enough. That woman believes that she's enough. And you're truly embodying this person, okay? You are embodying her. So don't take that energy of blame and just kind of push it all over the place. Kind of try to soften that a little bit. Maybe it's not a time to blame. Maybe it's just time to rest. Sometimes when we're pushing too hard, because that's what a lot of this energy is about in this reading, when we're pushing too hard, what we really just need to do is to withdraw our energy from it a little bit. Go within. That's what these cards are telling you to do, is to go within and to nurture this passion in yourself first. Figure out how do you want to feel and embody that. Okay? And last, I'm going to pull a little bit of guidance for you from the Moonology deck. And I'm going to pull 3 of these, and if they all resonate, you can take them all. And if just one of them resonates, you can just go with that one. Have faith in your dreams. So faith is it's a steadfast thing, right? There's a lot of doubt in this reading, and a lot of like really like hyped up energy about feeling like, if I work harder, it should be mine. I've worked so hard, it should be mine. There's a lot of this go-getter energy in this spread. And this card is it's very soft, right? Have a look at it. Saying to have faith in your dreams. Faith is a steadfast, it's strong in its softness, right? There's no force in faith. There is no force whatsoever. It's trust and belief. So trust and believe that you have something to offer, a relationship. And if not this guy, then someone else. And if this isn't working out for you right now, maybe it will later, but maybe it's time to, maybe it's time to shift direction without leaving it behind entirely. Surrender to the divine. It's another card about softening, and this is a full moon card as well. Surrender to the divine. There's all this force, and this card is just telling you to trust and have faith that you've put all this work into this thing. It may not come out exactly the way that you wanted it to, but you haven't even allowed it to yield other results yet. Hold your vision. So here's the other thing they're telling me, which very much ties into these, ties them all together actually. And that is that, so sometimes just before, like things get harder before they get easier. Do you know what I'm saying? I always like to compare it to like childbirth when you're about, I studied, I did like natural childbirth with my kids. And one of the things that was really interesting to me was that point around 7 or 8 centimeters, you're always feeling like you can't go on. You're always the most frustrated, the most scared, if you're going to be scared. Not everybody is, but it's always the most pain. The worst that it's going to get is around 7 or 8 centimeters. And that is where transition occurs. Basically, all the hard work is done. And you have to get through this doorway, and after the doorway is the thing that you've been waiting for. So sometimes that's the other part about this, which I didn't say earlier, is that sometimes we quit just before the big thing is ready to happen. This may not be a time to push harder. Transition it's not time to push yet. It's time to allow transition to happen. It's time to be present in that moment. And in that moment, you're going to surrender, you're going to have faith, and you're going to hold the vision, because what comes after that is just the natural progression of the thing. The creative process is also like this. When you're writing a book, there's this point around, 3/4 of the way done where you're like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm pretty sure this is terrible. And I don't even know if I want to write this story anymore. I don't even know if I want to publish it. And if you hold the vision, trust, surrender to the process of writing and editing and everything that goes with it. You will have a book when you're done, but if you quit now, you're not going to get it. So this is about hanging in there when times are tough, softening your energy a little bit. So maybe not trying and pushing so hard. And I think if you're trying and pushing too hard, you feel really tired, you feel really frustrated, and maybe it's not the time to give up. Maybe it's just time to soften your hold a little bit, attend to yourself and see what happens. Keep working at it, but maybe not quite so forcefully. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great full moon and a really great Samhain. I'm probably just going to stay in tomorrow. I'm planning to binge watch Bly Manor on Netflix and eat some candy. And, I hope we don't get any trick-or-treaters. But if we do, I'm going to have some pre-packaged treats to hand out just in case some kids actually do come by. I hope you guys have a great one. And I'm going to be back next week with another reading. Goodbye.